my power to see you just smile. I want you.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? Toy CrabLord back again. I'm in a spot that you may have seen before, but there's no pictures on the walls, so I lined up 2 rock band guitars there to at least add something. Today we're gonna be doing how to sound like Juice WRLD again in the song Smile. I'm doing this song because I simply love it. Anyway, before we get into the video, make sure to subscribe and subscribe notification bell as well, so you never miss a video that I post. Listen, my description got preset packs, all my equipment, all my music, my social media, a support link for the preset packs, and a DistroKid link to get 5% off your sign up. Your music everywhere, including TikTok. It'd be funny if DistroKid wasn't really doing that anymore, and I would just keep saying it. Also, this video is sponsored by Healthy Choice Steam Bowl. Anywho, let's get in the video. Now, obviously, we have the beat, which is created by Beats by Ads, or ADZ. So shout out to him. There's 3 tracks here. We have the lead, the backup, the accent, and the accent that is loud. The lead we'll do first, and then we'll do everything else after it. With that being said, let's get to recording. I'm also sipping on some Twisted Tea, because I got that Twisted D.
Ballin' like Curry.
Yeah, I do anything in my power to see you just smile. I want you to prosper and come proper, even if that means I'm by your side.
Also, before we get into the explanation, I'm going to drink this 99 bananas shot that I found. This is a 21 and over type thing, right? So if you're under 21, f you. Just kidding, don't drink a lot, dude. It just makes you fatter. It smells good. Oh, what the f? It tastes like oh god. Alright, let's start it here. Oh god, I'm gonna throw up. What's better for me? So first off, what we're talking about here is a bunch of tracks. Now this is one vocal here, and this is another vocal here. They're both recorded differently. I'll bring what I'm talking on right now below the lead. And just like always, we're gonna bring everything over. I'm gonna be a little quicker this time because there's a lot to talk about. But if you happen to not like how fast it's going, you can seriously always just slow the playback speed down, or just pause the screen a couple times. I know I talk very fast. So for this boy, it's gonna be called new lead because that's what's gonna be. So first off, we got pitch correction. Pitch correction I use every time, but it doesn't matter, and here's why. I have natural minor scale F sharp for this song, but that is for this song. I also have 0 response time. I'm very aware he does not use this much auto-tune on his songs, but I'm using it. I'll even set it to like 20. Leave it at 20. If your beat's in a different key, let me show you why it doesn't matter what key I'm telling you to put it in.
Yeah, I do anything in my power to see you just smile.
You don't want that, right? To find it yourself, just go between natural minor and major scale and check every root till it sounds the same. That's basically what I can tell you. Anywho, let's play it with absolutely nothing but pitch correction.
Yeah, I do anything in my power to see you just smile. I want you.
Next, we got a channel EQ, a simple yet very important piece. EQ, channel EQ, mono. When you're inside of it, I'm not gonna explain it because it's too long. I took away the low to 130 to leave some low end in it, and then I super boosted the high in like mid to high end. What I recommend is you can double click every value and change it to what it is right now. Pause the screen, and you'll have the same slope as me. All right, let's play it now.
Yeah, I do anything in my power to see you just smile.
All right, next is a noise gate. Noise gates are a beautiful thing. What a noise gate will do is erase all like that ambient noise in your background. We're talking about dynamics, noise gates, mono. And within it, simply, I just click the top and go to tighten up. This is always gonna be the same for me every time, but I'm just gonna add it in there. Go to tighten up, make it -35. The reason it's not anything lower, hard to talk on it whenever you want to talk. Hello, I am a gay. All right, 35. That'll basically go with your voice very well. Now let's play it with those 3.
Yeah, I do anything in my power to see you just smile.
Next, we'll do a first compressor. Dynamics, compressor, mono. And when you're inside of it, make sure to wear protection. So in this first compressor, we got a platinum digital. If I play it, you'll see what's going on with it.
Yeah, I do anything in my power.
It's gonna bounce between like 5 mainly, but it's gonna go to -10 as a max. Threshold of -21.5. Ratio of 3.2 to 1. It's a moderate. Makeup of 2.5 because we're gonna bring back some. Attacks 80, and then it releases 86. No distortion, we'll close it and we'll play it.
I do anything in my power to see you just smile.
Now we got an exciter, and that's gonna make it real crispy. Exciter is found in specialized exciter, mono. And I can't exactly tell you what it does, but I go to vocal edge. We click vocal edge. You take this guy and you make it 16800. 87.1% harmonics. I believe it was there already. Color 1 and dry signal on.
I do anything in my power were to see you just smile.
Next in the chain, we got a final compressor. We're gonna compress on top of it. And that compressor is gonna be the same dynamics compressor mono that I've used all the time. And it's gonna be the red delicious VCA that I love. Negative 36 threshold. What's happening here again is a negative 10, but it's gonna be a quicker attack and release. Ratio of 3.7 to 1, the ratio of negative 36. Makeup of 5. Auto gains off, no distortion. Attack is 20. That's rather fast. And release is 40. All right, now with that, we're gonna play it.
I'd do anything in my power to see you just smile.
Now that's the vocal chain without any buses. Now let's add the buses right now. We'll add a bus 1 and I want you to add a bus 2 as well, just like I just did. Replay that if you didn't know what I just did, because that's what I just did. When I did that, it's gonna make a bus 1 right here, it's gonna be a bus 2 right here. In bus 1, I want you to add a space designer. Just found in reverb, space designer, mono stereo. I want you to click the top here and go to large plate, vocal plate. It's a favorite of mine, I always use it. I only changed the wet and dry. It's negative 9.2 and negative 5.8. Close it. And now we're gonna activate bus 1 to see what I just did. So my bus 1 was simply set at negative 14. Remember, in a bus, if it's at 0, that means it's fully there. So it's negative 14. So it's slightly there. Now, let's go into bus 2. We have something called an ensemble. The ensemble is like a very wide sound. It's in modulation, ensemble, mono stereo. In this song, it felt like it was very wide and like, I don't know how to explain it, but it would sound like it was wide. But we have the ensemble here, and what we got here, click the top and click doubler. Have the output mix at 100%, negative 90, 76, 2 voices. Now, it is set at negative 13. Negative 13. I'm gonna make one constant noise. I'm gonna go on and off, and you're gonna hear what it does. Right.
I'd do anything in my power to see you just smile.
Now that we did that, now we're gonna do the backup and other tracks. Now these ones are all based on the lead, so it's gonna be a lot easier. You're gonna just duplicate some stuff. So to do this, we just made this track, Command D, and make a new one. You're talking on this now. Now the duplicated track, we're gonna bring it below the backup. Now it looks identical. The only difference is this. The first channel EQ, we're gonna bring it over, and it looks like this. We basically made it so it's not so prominent in the high areas, so your voice is kind of masked a little bit, and it's a little underneath. Just copy these settings right here. Double click, copy. If not, just take away the low, take away the mid areas a little bit, and then raise the high about 7K to the end. And also extremely important here are the buses. As you can see, this one right here is only bus 3. We didn't make a bus 3 yet, so let's make one now. So take away bus 1 and 2, screw them. Bus 3. I just created bus 3 right here. It's another space designer. I want you to click it, reverb, space designer, mono stereo, and go within. This one's a 1.3 second soft plate. It's not gonna sound as much widespread as the last one. Medium plate, soft plate, 1.3 seconds to be exact. And negative 12.5 for the wet, negative 24 for the dry. Close it. And I want you to set that to negative 4. Negative 4. Ha. See how it ends quickly? It's like you're in a big room that's also small at the same time. And then we also want to make it quieter.
Anything in my power.
Let's play it with both.
I'd do anything in my power to see you just smile.
Now we're gonna do the accent part. Now the accent part has to be recorded separately. You just record the same thing. You need 2 different voices for this. We're gonna Command D to make a new track, and we're gonna talk on it and bring it below the accent. So the first one's all that matters. This is what the accent sounds like by itself. The biggest difference here is the channel EQ again. Bring it over. EQ. The EQ is one of the most important things ever. And in this one, I made it all cut out everywhere except for the mids. Once again, copy what I have below. Double click and change what I have here. But the reason for this is, if you take away the high and the low and some of the mid, you kind of have like an underground sound. You're kind of drowned out beneath everything. And we don't want to interrupt the lead vocal. The lead vocal has a lot of high end. So for the accent, we removed all the high end. Right? And the other only difference is the final compressor. 50 on the attack and 50 on the release. The makeup 0. Now we're gonna add what's important to it, is the tape delay. Bring it over. Delay, tape delay, mono. Now, delays are very nice for effects and stuff. So instead of just hitting hard, it's gonna hit a little slower and then repeat itself. Because the dry is 80%, which means our voice isn't all the way there, and the wet is 26%, which means the effect is bleeding into it. The delay depends on the tempo of your song. What I recommend is to play your song or your beat, and whatever matches, you just keep changing this thing until it sounds good. Like I said, mine's 1/4 dotted, that's what it sounds good for me. This is for you though, 340 low, 4700 high, 80 and 26. 16% feedback. The feedback is just how many times it repeats itself. Ha, ha, ha. And then we're gonna add a space designer to this. Below the tape delay, we're gonna put a space designer directly into it. Now space designer It's just a regular ass one. -5 wet, -13.5 dry, 70, 100, 951 milliseconds. Click this because there's no pre-delay. Close it. Activate bus 2, which is the ensemble, make it -15. -15. And then, make it quiet. So I want you to duplicate what you just made. Command D. Alright, so below the accent we just made. What I did was I cut out all the parts that were like the punchy things. So like,
I'd do anything
thing.
in my power to see you just smile.
And then we brought them below. And that's what we're doing right now. They're right here. Let me play it right now by itself so you know what I'm talking about. Cute, right? So the biggest difference between this one is it's louder to +1. In the Space Designer, we're just gonna bring the dry all the way to 0. And also, bus 2 is set to -2.8. 2.8. Okay? Let's play it.
Yeah, I'd do anything in my power to see you just smile.
Now that I did that, and if you understood it, even though I didn't even understand it, now we're just gonna freestyle and have a good time, trying to make up some fun stuff for you to enjoy. So here we go.
Recording music from my basement so much easier, cause I can be so loud in the world. You don't need to know what I know, but I know what I, yeah. Yeah, I have AIDS and it's really bad, but you know I'm a dad, and if you love me, we can go anywhere you want, cause I love you.
Out of the weekends part right now, it's gonna hurt my back and neck. Hello.
Oh yeah, I just wanna see you smile. Don't cry, even though it means I gotta let you go. Depending on you, gotta learn to be alone, cause I'm so desensitized. My neighbors think I'm dying, but I am crying. Baby, what you doing? You always lying. Bitches ain't shit but hoes. I know from knees and toes. She said that she was a good girl, and then she kissed another man in front of my face.
That's about it for me. Hope you guys enjoyed that video, learned something as well. If you guys enjoyed that video, make sure to drop a like down below the comment as well. Listen, I can't even speak anymore, so I want to tell you this. Thank you guys so much for watching. This has been a CrabLord. It has something like Juice WRLD and the song Smile. Anyway, for y'all that are still with me, I love you guys. And like always, meow.